Thank you for joining us today on the program World of Art on Ogtv. My name is Miriam Usman. Every week we bring you experienced artists, and together we take a close look at the art, the visual art as a whole, and how it affects our everyday lives. This program is brought to you by Prince Yemisi Shilon, legal practitioner, Africa's largest private art collector, grand donor and chairman of Council Yemisi Shilon Museum of Art. The program will be back after this break. Please stay with us. Thank you for staying tuned. It's the World of Art on Ogtv, where we bring you discussions from different segments of visual art. Now, after that short clip about our guest on the program today, no doubt we have an artist on the program today with us. His name is Kolawole Kosoko. He is a painter, a lecturer at the Lagos State University of Technology, Ikorodu. And yes, he is the chairman of the Society of Nigerian Artists, Lagos chapter. Welcome. Thank you for coming on the program today.
It's a pleasure. Thank you so much.
Yes. So let me start by asking, how is Lagos? How is SNE Lagos State? And how is your governor?
My governor is extending his hands of fellowship to Ogun State. My vice chancellor is saying hello. And from me, the chairman, Society of Nigerian Artists, I'm here live.
We're glad to have you on the program today. And I must commend the collaborations between the SNE Ogun State chapter and SNE Lagos. This is all we need to bring art the more and closer to the people. Now, I'd like us to start our conversation today by, take us through how it started for you being a painter. What was the journey like?
Yeah, the journey is, I would say, very bumpy, interesting, and today we are here. So every artist start from drawing on the floor, drawing on the chairs, on the wall of the house, and gradually, I would say that
what did you start with?
I started with everything, drawing on everything in the house. And I was so lucky that my maternal grandfather identified that in me earlier, and because of that, he was looking at me to go and study architecture, because he discovered that I drew on anything in the house. So going forward, he enrolled me into one engineering firm around Okwala then. That should be around 1980. That is SAIC International. I was there under the tutelage of some engineers, because I was being trained as a draftsman then. So hoping that by the time I will go for further studies, I will become an architect. But that was how the whole journey started. From there, I moved into theater art at Lagos State Council for Art and Culture. I was one of the members of standing troupe at Lagos State Art Council. From there, I delved into interior decoration, then into textile, and from there, I entered Lagos State Polytechnic, did my ND there, from there to University of Benin. Then from University of Benin, I came back. I was a member, and I'm still a member of Universal Studio of Art at National Theatre. So from National Theatre, I became a part-time lecturer at former Lagos State Polytechnic, now Lagos State University of Science and Technology. And going forward, I went to Obafemi Awolowo University for my master's degree. That's
quite a journey. I mean, look at the process. You know, you had to go through a different stage entirely, and it was a transition.
Yes.
And I must say that's quite a long process that has maybe brought you to where you are for good. Now, you major in painting.
In painting.
Yes. How long have you been a painter?
I would say that from when I finished my 1-year industrial attachment, before I was looking forward to be a textile artist, because I've been to many trade fairs, selling batik, selling adire here and there. But by the time I had encounter with Universal Studios of Art, my vision changed, my scope changed, everything changed. And today, I would say that close to 30 years now I've been painting.
When you say that your vision changed, everything changed, you mean from being the batik designer and painting?
Yes.
Interesting. By the way, I'm going to say the Benin people are very proud of the fact that you have your bronze on your neck right now. So did you make that, or you got that for yourself?
Yeah, this is actually a gift from Abeokuta. She gave me this, and coincidentally, this is more or less the logo of the.
Yeah, I mean, it's giving the not like a village, but it's giving this local area setting. So take us through your piece of work. Yeah.
So when you look at my work is more or less like a reflection of my environment, reflection of our daily activities. And this is more or less like a metropolitan city. This is what you feel the life, you feel the modernity position. It is not existing.
Interesting. Now, I think it's one of the questions everyone watching would want to ask. How do you identify what form of expression you want to interpret your work? I know there are different forms of expression you painters use, and you're going to take us through those various types of expressions. But for this particular work, what did you use? Did you use oil painting?
This is oil on canvas, oil on texturized canvas. And anyhow you want to look at it, as an artist, once an idea hits you, it is your own duty to look for a better way of achieving that dream-like idea that you think you have. Because in creativity, the artist is like a god. You are the one who will start the composition. You are the one who had the dream. You are the one who want to speak a language that people will appreciate. So the totality of the production lies with you. So there is no limitation in creativity. But at a time when you get to a particular level in your production, the canvas or the work tends to control whatsoever you want to do. Yes, the work controls you, because at a time the work is going to tell you the kind of color to use.
How does it tell you that?
Yes, because at the beginning of the composition, it is not as if you have existing picture before you. By the time you do your sketch, do your blocking, and start applying colors, in the course of you applying colors, in the course of you sketching, you begin to see some accidental drawing accidental effect that when you look critically, it could change the totality of what you think you want to do, because you are now seeing beyond what you ordinarily plan to do.
Yes, in such scenarios, what do you do if, for instance, what you initially wanted to use, so the colors you wanted to use did not come out well? Do you have to go start another work, or you just have to add to it? For instance, you started a work using either oil painting, and then it turns out that the color is not coming out as what you want, but you need to use another form of painting right now. Do you just add to it, or you change your direction as a whole?
As an artist, there is no bad work and there is no bad art. So once you start a work and the work, let me borrow this language, that if the work is not cooperating, at times you leave it, you take another canvas, you'll be looking at the work. That is why when you visit many artist studios, you see piles of works that are unfinished work. Probably the inspiration has gone, or probably they are seeing new forms. So at times, it depends on your mood. At times, you may decide to finish the work mechanically. I don't
mechanically, you mean?
Mechanically meaning you are just finishing it for the sake of finishing. Not probably that is what you really want to do.
So it's possible for you to have an idea of creating a masterpiece, and along the line you miss the
yes.
Yeah. So
along the line, your emotion could change. Anything could happen to you emotionally.
Oh my God! You just leave the work.
At times you leave the work. Like in my studio now, I have a work hanging on my studio. In my studio there, the work is going to 15 years now.
Is there nothing you can do to revive this
because when when I had the original idea, when the original idea came, along the line something came up. I was distracted and the inspiration went off.
Do you sometimes write this inspiration, just to like make it?
You see, he who God has given talent, God has given problem. At times, before you finish one work, multiple ideas are coming. So that is why, as an artist, it is advisable for you to have canvases, well-prepared canvases.
As they are coming,
you are registering them as you are coming. So what we do is more of individualistic, how will I call it now, approach to creativity.
Yes, I was going to ask you that, because it doesn't feel like you have external support.
No, for painters, you don't have external support, because you are the things will be running through your mind as you start a work. Lot of things. At times you just look at the work, you just abandon it, you leave it there. At times you finish it, and at times once you start a work, you finish it spontaneously. Within 2 days you are done. It is not necessary how many years you use on work that determines how successful the work will be. At times you finish a work within 1 hour and it becomes a masterpiece. So it depends on your state of mind. If you do not have any distraction, if you do not have any family distraction, social distraction, you are good to go as an artist.
Talking about family distraction, let's talk about your work and family. While we're discussing before now, you mentioned you have just one of your children lean interest in this form of your area of practice now. Is there any time where you were, practicing and your family became kind of like a distraction or even a source of inspiration to what you do?
I will tell you that like I said, I am very lucky. The only thing that distracts me is my environment, because the environment is not enabling at all. As an artist, you have to struggle to get your materials, you struggle to get a studio, you struggle to get everything done. The environment is not supportive. The only thing that is more or less like a form of compensation for me within the environment is because I draw my inspiration from the same society, from the frustration of the society, my political setting and every other thing. So that is where I draw my inspiration from. So family-wise, my wife is an artist too. She is a painter. She graduated from Yaba College of Technology. And my first daughter she's showing interest because she is always restless. She wants to draw. She wants to put things together.
How do you feel? How do you feel about that as an artist and her father?
Well, for me, I would say that I'm pleased for now. But for now, I want to let her understand every other aspect of life first. Creativity is in the house. Material is there. So she shouldn't worry about that. She should go and learn about life. Once she understands all those, she is good to go.
All right, let me quickly remind our viewers that you can join in on the conversation. The phone line is open, you can call us. And yes, the social media platforms are available. You can send in your messages to our guests on the program. Please, when you call us, try as much as you can to TV set so that we can listen very clearly to your contribution. So I have your catalog here with me, and you titled it Entities and Identities. I have gone through it, and there's so much to talk about. Now let's talk about exhibiting your work. How many exhibitions have you had so far in your line of practice?
Yes, I have numerous exhibitions to my credit, group exhibitions, and a lot of projects too. This will be my third or fourth solo exhibition. This is about the fourth one, solo exhibition so far.
Yeah, it was shocking when I kind of had the amount or rough estimate to hosting a solo exhibition of such. But let me not talk about that. This exhibition is talking about entities and identities. What are you referring to?
The entities are my experience over the years. All my tracks, from draftsmanship to photography, textile, and all my forms, those are my entities. All my experience, those are my entities.
Okay, we have a caller. Thank you for joining us today.
Hello?
Yes, we can hear you.
I want to ask good afternoon.
Please, Olatunde, turn down the volume of your TV set. We can hear you clearly. Now go ahead.
I want to ask, if somebody wants to be, if someone wants to be an artist, a drawing artist, without having any formal education, without having any support, how can he or she build the interest to become a renowned artist in Nigeria or in Africa or in the world? I want our neighbor guests to please share the experience of life, your experience of past and to guide some people through. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Olatunde, for calling on the program. Did you get the question?
Yes.
Yes. No formal education, just you and your talent versus the society. How can you push it through?
Yeah. From birth, every individual, you have one creative tendencies or the other. And as a person who had not gone to school, and even if you have gone to school, every one of us, we have raw talent. The creative mind is more or less like a crude oil that needs to be refined. The aspect of the school is more or less like the refinery. When you come into the school, you have your raw talent. So it is the school that you'll be taught the do and the don't. You have the element of art, you have the principles of how they teach you the element, the principles, and every other philosophy that surrounds your creativity. But as a person who is not, who has not gone to school.
We have a caller.
Okay.
We'll continue with this after this call. Thank you, Philip, for joining us.
Yeah, my name is Philip. I'm calling from Lagos.
You're welcome to the program.
Yeah, my wife is a fan and applied artist.
Oh, wow.
She went to University of Benin.
Okay.
She has done her master's and she's doing her PhD now. The moment she saw this program, he said, "Please, I want to have contact of this fine and applied artist." I said, "Don't worry, I will come." Very much interested. I'm just watching and listening to what the artist is saying. More than wonderful. I pray that more artists and Nigerians will, because this is a gold mine. This is a gold mine. And what I'm asking the artists there is that let this program continue to come up so that many others can come up. And my question is this: can a vision be coming on and on both in the university and in other places so that other people can be carried along? Thank you.
Okay, that is very, very...
Thank you so much, Philip.
Thank you for...
Did you get this question?
I get the question.
Okay, so you're going to combine it to the previous question.
The first thing first is that thank God that your wife is an artist. So I will advise that she should join the Society of Nigerian Artists since he is from Lagos. So she should join the Society of Nigerian Artists Lagos State Chapter. Our secretariat is at National Art Theatre, Igomu. So she should come there and she should get registered. And our meeting is always second Sunday of the month.
Maybe you could just add your phone number as well.
Our meeting day is second Sunday of the month at National Art Theatre, Aina Nobolu Building, 3 p.m. So my phone number is 080-283-44206. That is my phone number, and she should contact me and we take it from there.
All right, time is not by our side. I mean, we have to wrap up on the program. Your final word of advice to, there are some people that have gone through school, they've gone to school to study art, they have the certificates, but some people have not caught that fire despite having the formal education. What's your advice to such people to, becoming better person and better artists that the society would need on the...
I have this adage that says that the beautiful ones are not yet born. The more you practice, the more you get better. Even if you should go to school, if you refuse to practice, you become obsolete. So those people who do not have opportunity of having formal education, they should continue with their trade. If possible, they should look out for a registered artist or a practicing artist, or they should attach themselves to a studio. A studio like Universal Studios of Art is informal setting whereby they can be trained.
Interesting. Now, I'm going to get your final notes to the sponsor of the program and, everyone watching. I mean, your members, Ogun State Chapter, Lagos State Chapter. What's your final words as the chairman?
Yes, first of all, I would like to say thank you to Omobayemisi Shilon for creating this platform so that we will have the opportunity to enlighten our people about what art is and what art should be. And to my members in Lagos State, I want to thank them for their support all this while. And to my Ogun State counterpart, I say thank you to them for welcoming me to Ogun State today.
Thank you so much for coming on the program. Do extend our love and greetings to Lagos State in general.
Thank you.
Yes, with that we've come to the end of the program this week on World of Art. My name is Miriam Usman. Don't forget this program is brought to you by Prince Yemisi Shilon, legal practitioner, Africa's largest private art collector. The program will be back on your screen next week Sunday. Please stay as much as you can to get more of this program. See you next week.